Tuesday?
Parada.
Parada lesson. Don't confuse. Parada. Alright, one more Tuesday. Which Tuesday is this one? I don't know which Tuesday.
26.
26? Why? Tuesday 26. What we gonna do today? I don't know.
We're gonna do the parada.
We're gonna emphasize on the parada and I'm gonna try to simplify as a movement to have more time to explore the technique in there. We're gonna continue working in very much different timings of the person in separating movements, mine movement for hers and her for mine, and we're gonna put the parada in between with the sacada to we can continue practicing that because we came in promising 2 Tuesdays to practice it, but it didn't happen, but we never made it. So we're gonna do this one is very short sequencing.
And very easy as usual.
It's very easy, it looks like it, but you're gonna start to find the difficulty in there to make it clean and elegant and beautiful. So let's start with the first part. It's the Baldoza, but the modification to change in a cross system on the first step, on the 1. Usually we do a change of the 2, or make a hair cross, or do something like in those areas. we're gonna do the one. Yeah. It's anti-believe, so you did work already before. We're gonna do the simple format by changing just weight one foot next to the other, not by crossing. Entonces es a one, chain weight, the two, and you're in a cross system straight. That's the first part. This is the begin with.
And this is Hernan's favorite trick.
Yeah, it's been on me for I don't know how long. A lot. So we got it. 1, 2, yeah. And now when I take it, the next step, I'm gonna emphasize that receiving as if it's going to the back 8 or back cross, more as a side step for me, so I can take it, that alteration here. So from here, it's coming the next part, is the opening, and the walk again in parallel system. So she changed the system by walking an extra step now. And from here, we're gonna add the parada. So she can go over. We continue opening to the sacada. And that's it. That's the whole pattern.
So there is hope that this time we can finally work on this parada.
It's a lot of hope that we can, but so let's start to decipher the first part. The first movements I'm going to do in this format first. It has in a weird torsion or sensation because I started here and my orientation is to go first with this torsion, but then I just change my mind. If I start to go with the torsion in the other direction, she's gonna go there. So here is coming like a little fake movement, an amague, two again, un amague cortito. Meaning I tell her we're gonna go in that direction, but I take the other direction of the movement. So she doesn't change completely her hips. Because if I go in over there already, she's gonna change her hip position. Because in the moment I doing this, she's gonna tend to go there. But the moment I looking at it, she's coming, I line to her, the sensation she feels a little bit of this direction, and then I change mine. So that gives it to me the security that she will not take the steps into the against toreno dancing or joining in one. So that's coming the first detail. So it's coming, I do this direction of torsion, very little, 1 to 10, 0.5, and I change to the other side so I can do my modification or change of system. Right? So that change of system of mine is coming. I do this direction. When I shift the direction, my foot change weight, and I walk at front. From here, my intention now is go back in this direction. Right. If I go into the camera, it will be when I'm gonna take it the one, I take it the one with this sensation first. I say 0.5, very small. There, and I take the movement, and as I going, I change my direction. So I can change in my position of my hips and my foot, and she doesn't modify her movement. She's a side as I going forward cross, and from here my movement is going in that direction to receive her back cross, so I can take it the next alteration at front. You see?
The sensation for the follower on that very first step is almost as though he was going to lead me for the sacada. So it's like I'm going completely straight and all of a sudden he moves slightly different direction.
Yeah.
Is that a...
Yeah, very much that's the sensation. Because I bring her, and by doing that torsion, her leg is coming close to the standing axis, but because I change the direction with her, she modify a little bit her movement, but we end and take the side step with her, right? So what's going on is, in the moment I do this, if I do more than that, she's gonna end on the other side of me, but I don't go that much. I take it just very little and I change to the other side for me. And that's all. I mean, the sensation it is very much as the follower is gonna do a sacada. For example, if I'm gonna do a sacada, I will not change her movement at all. I will just take her there, and I'm gonna go completely with my movement, continue going there. But I am not looking for right now to go there. My upper body is the only momentum it change. I have this intention here, and I change my dynamic on my lower body. I am not changing her hip to continue going, turn, in this case, to the left of the leader. Let's try that for a few seconds. So we have it, the movement 1, 2, yeah, and 3. Yeah. So I'm going around her, receiving the back cross for her. So for now, we can take this open. We're going to talk about that open in a little second. You already know that. So we're going to have it. We have a sensation 1, 2. Yeah, and now I continue sending her in that direction. I'm going to show you for different angle. And as she's going in that direction, I meet her here. Yeah, so let's try from here again. So she has, we start over here, we are very much. So she has 1, 2, and over here I emphasize that she's going there, and I'm going in the opposite direction to meet her. And then we have the forward cross, side, and I walk forward. Now again. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the whole pattern. As you see, first I do change the system by doing my change of the way, right? Doing this, by doing that change way here, yeah, I do change the system. And now in the next movement, by she's taking 1, 2 steps along, she change the system back into parallel. Right? Entonces, I change the system to cross system by changing the way, by letting her go an extra step. She changed the movement into a parallel system back. Entonces we're going to take advantage of that momentum to start to do the parada later on. Entonces let's talk about the alteration. You know what the alteration is. I'm assuming you know that. Entonces I will repeat it just in case some of you, the one on the right, forgot, right? Not the one on the left. Or maybe the one on the left and the other couple. The alteration is the modification or the change of direction. Entonces right now, because I receive her back cross curving, it should be another back 8 to go normal or continue the hero, right? To, in this case, to the left. But what I do, I change the hero from the left turning to the right turning, and instead of doing for the back to back, I would do it from the back to front. There's a normal change of direction, back cross is a normal change of direction. Forward cross, normal change of direction. Back cross to forward is alteration, or forward to back is alteration. We give you a quick example here, so you can just to refresh. And I always assume that you don't forget, but sometimes I forget, right? Entonces, we're gonna put in the I forgot today. Entonces, in any change of direction, for example, she's going in a back cross, so this back cross belongs to the turn to the left. If I change the direction, I change direction to my right, I will use another back cross to go there. That means if she go back cross to my right and I do to the other side, it's a back cross to the left. Just so you will understand that. Because in this moment, she goes in the back cross to the left, and I change the direction to my right, but not with the back cross, with the forward cross. So that is an alteration. the modification of the change of direction by mixing the movement, not using natural change back to back or forward to forward, back, in this case, back to forward. So let's talk about that moment. When I take the movement, I do it 1 and 2. Over here, I send her there with that curve. When I'm arriving here, I open to my right. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do for this direction, so you can see for different angles. 1 and 2. As I go there, yeah, because I send her in that direction, and now I change direction to here. Now, it's very important in this moment on your follower to see low. Yeah, I mean low in the groundiness, not sinking on the leg, but low in the leg when she arrives there into the back. Because if she's too high, she's gonna have a long step. She's gonna be like a Pinocchio, right? But if it is landing and the leader decides to go far away, she can really extend the foot longer. As you see in Anita, we're going there, right? But I go in here, I know, try to hold her up. With me as a leader, I can hold her up, and now I go to alteration that she cannot reach. Very too low, so she can extend. So those extensions belong to the lower movement. For example, there, to refresh a technique, a large step, low movement. High action, yeah, very tall movement, very high, short step. Very low movement, long step. So the longer the step is, the lower you have to go. That will be very much as a format of reglementation that you can take a walks in here.
So important thing to remember about the alteration, that in order for that change of direction through alteration to happen, there needs to be some sort of a collision. So he does not just accompany me to the normal change of direction and then I'm not coming back by repeating the same kind of pivot, the back to back or front to front. There needs to be some kind of collision that sort of indicates under which angle and under which direction we're gonna be traveling. And here happens interesting things, because you can clearly see how he adjusts, kind of goes around me to create that sort of collision, because I can just simply go in line. Had he not changed his direction, I can just continue going along the same line.
And in those actions, you see what I mentioned, you send the head like a back cross, like you're gonna go turning to the left in this case. So when I just send them the action there, and as Anita is show right now, when I take and do the action, very much I'm blocking her in the back.
Yeah.
Right? So that blocking of the action create the bounce of her original direction, bounce and go in another direction. So for example, let's take it just for the normal race, right? If I take the movement here, right, and I just go normal, I can continue open, and she's gonna go to the normal back pivoting. But when I go there, I try to put my body perpendicular to her, right, so I can block her torsion. And thus I am not giving no pivoting over here. Of course, I can give to here, and maybe she's gonna pass, right? Or I can use the same and do a gancho or something else. Probably won't do a gancho here. We're going to take it just the alteration. Because in the moment that I taken the action, I getting close, passing behind her, to get him blocking the movement so she can bounce her energy and change to different direction. 1, 2, there. So very much I am in a line with her heel and trying to surround her to open in the new direction with her.
But you see, the direction of my pivot does not really change. He uses that same direction to create a new angle, yeah? So he blocks me, but my torsion already happened, and therefore I can go under different angle than normally. Normally I would complete this and come back maybe in the same position. Here he uses that torsion to completely change the angle and indicate the new possibility.
Very much in different world, if you have, for example, something round and yellow, I don't know. That's not our ball, it's round and yellow. It will be any color. If this ball in here, I hit it in this side, it's gonna continue there. But the same ball, if I hit it in this side, it's gonna roll in different directions. So basically, whatever it is, the ball is gonna roll. In this case, the intention is that one. But if I put with that intention my force over here, it's gonna continue rolling in that direction. But if with the same direction that this movement has, my hands is behind, the roll is in different area. So the ball can do this and it's gonna roll here, but the ball can do that and it's gonna roll there. So based where the torsion, based in that rotation, that the body already has, if I emphasize my body to be with that rotation in front of her, she's gonna go there. But with that rotation, if I am behind her, she's gonna fall, to say, into that direction, like the water. You have water rolling in that direction. If you block the water here, the water gonna fall in that direction. Or try in the table at home. Throw the glass of water on the table, you put the hands here, the water roll in this direction. You put the hands there, the water go in the other direction. I mean, just try to make it funny, right? To you gonna analyzing, like it's not forcing, because we don't try to force head movement to, you now we're going here, oh now we're going there. No, it's not force. I mean, I am preparing myself earlier to see force in those new paths, because those paths, they are open for her, those gates is open to she can walk through there easily. I am not trying to pull her or bring her into the movement. Yeah, I don't try to pull her or bring her into me. Yeah, that's very much will be the concept in here. Anytime you do something, you block the follow before, as Anita said earlier. I mean, I go in here and I already tell her that I'm gonna be behind her, so she can feel that the movement is this already. It's a lot of senses on the, we can talk about, like it's a lot of sense on the body. I cannot tell you exactly. For example, last week we did something with numerology, which one worked perfectly. It was very good. Numerology is good, it's not bad, but if you try to sense those calculations more than think the calculation is better. But sometimes we have to think about and put the calculation in there. So in this case, for me, I feel this. I mean, I take the movement. So when I go into a receive the movement, I feel like I sending her, like you see, in that direction. And I go right behind and she feels the next opening, right? I do for this point, as I said, I feel that she's going in that direction, in that direction, in that direction. And there I'm going. So because I feel the direction that she's navigated, I place it myself right behind her, but one detail there, yeah, it's not right behind her, and that's the point we try to reach, you know, not just to stop and block everything. No, you go right behind her to she doesn't pass there, but at the moment that you got there, you continue open the chest to the moment has a float and continue on going. Very much that's the sensation that we feel as a follower inside there, I believe so, no?
Now for the follower, when this depends on the situation, you know, like for us, we have a pretty small space here, so sometimes there is no much space in front of us to continue with the movement, but as you have this back step for the follower, because you are low, as Hernan said, you need to be low to have a longer leg and longer step in this case. You can choose to collect, yes, and then take the next step forward, or you can leave the leg and kind of do a partial lapis slash planeo kind of thing to step for the next position. It kind of depends what effect you like, but also what effect the space allows you to do.
And then, for you leaders, allowing the follower to get comfortable in that leg, standing up. Sometimes you're gonna feel, you talk to your partner there, if he pull too much back, as I say, we don't wanna go too backward, because you're gonna make her lose the axis. For example, if I receive the movement here, right, this is Anita's distance. If I going too much behind her, she's gonna be tilting later on. She's gonna fall. I cannot go too much back. Let me change a little bit the angle here, there, right? I am very much in the line of her heel, no more than that. Because that way she can be low, and also she can or leave her foot up front, or go to her embellish, so she's more comfortable. But if I'm too behind, over here she feel like the neck is gonna fall. Because the only thing gonna happen is you're gonna try to do anything that we say right now, even embellish in front or anything, but it won't feel comfortable. So try to very much, the suggestion that we give is to end the line. In this case, is the left foot for her, my left foot, her heel with my toes perpendicularly, right? This is her foot, yeah? This is her heel, this is my foot, perpendicular one to the other, yeah? Not parallels or anything like that. That would be as a concept there to take. How much you turn, right? For example, we have, for example, in this case, in small space, which one we find very easily a lot of corners. We have a lot of corners very easily all the time. So the movement, sometimes we have to turn in less, because the corner is here. I go for the alteration to the back, to the forward here. But what happens if that back is over here? So what happened now is her back step is right here, right? So I went to the base, yeah, I did my favorite step, I receive it now, her back is here. So I cannot go there, because this is the center of the milonga. I cannot go. So I need to continue going in that direction, straight. So when I go there, I need to walk backward, change to see that the side, and my forward is there. Because you have a very big turning on your right leg as a base, right? So again, for example, we come in dancing from here. So we did this. Round, down, down, down. So now I have to go there. Boom, pa, pa. Yeah, that would be the idea. Of course, if that happens right here, the movement is easy, okay? It's not much change in the forward cross, because I have it here, the back is there, so the forward is just here. Yeah, still, the other one, the overturn on the side, still happen big, but the big pivoting from the back cross, yeah, for example, if I'm here, in the back cross, I got it here. Now I have to bring that leg for her to she's comfortable. I have to go all the way there, and I have to sit a lot so she can really pass and elevate in the last moment, right? So let's explore, for example, that transition for a second, because you're gonna have in all those situations on the dance. Let's say, put that my movement went there, yeah, and she's very high, and I wanna go there. She will not pass ever her leg here. And by the next one, she has to really reach like a gigantic step to do in the last second. But if it's that moment and allow her to go low, look how much extension she has. Yeah? Because over here, when we start applying those solutions, yeah, of movement. Again, this is a small space. For one side, you can give me a lot of corners very easily, but at the same time, when I do continuously the same pattern, it gives me different situations. Which one I have to take advantage of them and do the movement and the advantage of that. Entonces, let's take it again. Because if we take the movement, pa, ta, ta, and I'm here. I take it by mistake, the back cross over here. I have to take it forward all the way there to continue going and the line of dance. Entonces, I need to propose that low for her, and remember, this is just, and the moment for now is a memory in mind, right? So you're thinking in mind what's going to happen. Any long step, or whatever long step you need, of mine, or her, either of us, it has to be low, yeah? Some people asking, oh, hi guys, how will you do those kind of poses with lunge very long? By going down. It's the only way. There's no way to we can stretch our leg by being up here. It's impossible. You have to lunge lower, very long, so you can. It has the longer links or longer steps on the legs. Longer links on the legs. That would be, I think, the word. Or longer lengths on the legs, something like that. You know English better than I. Para que tenga piernas largas y pueda extender las piernas bien largas, que pasen el piso y que pasen el cuarto de un lado al otro. Entendido, ¿no? Alright, let's continue with the parada. Finally,
this time is no excuse. We're gonna start in the middle of the sequence and start with the parada.
And then we do the difficult part. Alright, let's go with the parada. The parada, you're already working many times. We're gonna try to create one small pause, like a little pause, so we can have it a little kind of alteration of us, so we can provoke her change of direction by the rebound to going forward. But in this case, we're using it for our size as a leader. One alteration. Why alteration? Because I go in a forward cross in this direction, because I go outside partner, and I bounce and I change my direction to the other side. Theoretically, if I continue with this movement, I could continue going there. Right? From this moment, I'm going to do the movement forward. I'm going to change my direction to sit low again, so she can have a lot of room so we can walk in the sacada. So again, let's put we already finished the other part. Yeah? So we take the walk, I go outside partner, yeah? So you can see my torsion is this, yeah? Outside partner there, I sit and I change my direction to here. So that's the rebound for her. So she go over, I display there, I display again, and then I walk. So again, and then we start talking all the techniques what happening here. So we're going forward, I go in like kind of very elevating down and back. When she's crossing over, I'm gonna display in that direction, and then in the opening we can walk. Very simple, right? When we come out for the movement, yeah, after we did the alteration, we're going left forward, normal in, because we elevating here to go down outside partner with this torsion, and we change the torsion back and we sit. That's now what's happening here. By inhaling, you're gonna propose her to coming up. So you inhale, she's feeling up and around. From there, as I'm doing this up and torsion, I'm gonna shift my way to my right leg and continue open my chest into my collection point, so I can take the displacement and the walk. Right? Entonces again, I am parada, sit down. Yeah, I'm sitting. So because I bounce, I come into the forward movement, and sit down. She's gonna bounce in the movement forward. Inhale, she's up. Continue open till she walk across forward. You display the moment that you stop. She's pivoting to the side step. You collecting and you going, meaning collecting, passing through for the center. Yeah, you passing through from the center and go to the next displacement. So you can walk through again in a parallel system. Which one we can use later on? One small pause, or stop, or embellish. I call some time to kiss her foot and then we continue walking. Not step in her foot, kiss her foot. Well, we're gonna see that in a little second. So let's see the action. So let's put the whole movement for a second to that point. So you can have an orientation to where we're coming from. So we have a 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, pose and down. So here, I inhale, is up, around, I shift my way, display, and be walking. Once again, we're gonna take it just straight ahead for the action. So we're going forward, posing down for me. So I'm inviting her. My inhale, you can see this momentum where the body go up, and then at front display, and again. So let's take it for this direction. I go up, pose, and I sit. So in this momento, see, when she's coming into her axis, I inhale for her leg, and I exhale so she can pass. And I continue turning in that direction. I change my way to my right. Now I go with my left to the sacada, and then forward, side, and finita la música here. Entonces again, so put the kaido over here, there, in and up, and I go there. I continue going. She's going to her torsion, her molinete. With my other foot, I go in close to her foot, to step close to her, and continue walking. Yeah? Entonces that last step, we're going to try to put it, and a lot of people fall from that, but no problem. That's what we are here, to learn. So we have it 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. You will stay here, right? So now, all the momentum that we got into that parada, for you leaders, you have to sit. We're gonna put a simplified word, sit. So you go into the walk, bounce, sit. So because I'm sit, I'm gonna give to her a lot of space. So I inhale, my body is up. And exhale, her body is going. As she's continuing, I transfer my weight very low over there. My foot is going to the center. She's going to the side. I go forward. I display. Now my foot is getting right here. So my weight is still on my left leg. But I touch in there, she's gonna transfer her weight toward her right leg. So we do the transfer together. See, by now the same happened last week. She's distributing her weight very much between the legs, not 50-50, but she has weight in both legs. But we're completing the weight transfer together. So she's in her right, and her left, and in my right leg. And from here we continue walking. Now, entonces that, the tempo that we were exploring last Tuesday a lot, right? In our last lesson a lot, how we distribute the cross. What are we talking about? I show you just quickly, do you have this fresh in the memory? We're talking this cross, how I was distributing my shifters of the way. In this case it's me, 1, 2, 3, pa. So now she's there, right? The same idea. So we can start go even, right? But I have more or less distribute the weight so we can go even later on. So that action that we did work, and it worked very well for all of you. That's the reason why we didn't get into do the parada, right? Because we were exploring that a lot. Entonces, in this momento, in that touching of the leg over there, it happened the same. But in this case, who is in transition to do that slow transition, and the person is her, and I am doing just one step. She's doing that slow transition as I am doing just one step, my full weight changing into my right leg. So let's do again the whole pattern. We have it 1 and 2. I receive, we walk up, sit, closing, yeah, as you can take this diagonal movement, so you go there, like display, there, so she's already there, I am not transferring my weight yet. We transfer, and we walk. And it's a very beautiful sensation to feel that transfer the weight together, when she's kind of like in a parada, and we transfer the weight together to complete her step. Again, by now we're slowing down a lot to stop there. We don't stop that long on the movement. It's more transitioning, but it's not just talk. It's having boom, pa. So she pose and we go. She pose and we go. And again, you can calculate it by counting, by timing, but I prefer to you start to working and to sense or feel those movements more.
Now there is another very similar sensation in this version of this combination. So weirdly enough, even though last week we had the same parada in different combination, yes, we didn't discuss it in the class, that's why we throwing it again here. But you see, last week the music we chose was calling more for like actual pause, and then, you know, I was passing almost in one motion. This music, this version of doing that step feels more of like a rebound, but it feels like a rebound that goes back, down, and then I come from very down up to cross over. So the sensation is a little bit different, but also shows that every step can be done in many variations.
The technique that we're using for the movements is lyrically the same. I mean, theoretically the same. Now, based on the music they have, is how is the depth, how deep the movement is. Yeah, it's very strong, very low, very high. Which other combination is coming right after that, which combination coming previous and that. The body gonna change the sensation. I mean, by me changing a pattern before, it will give a different sensation to the parada, right? I think last week the parada came out for a turning point, which one coming for one sacada, turning, and parada right after that, right? So the sensation is totally different because the body has already that turbulence happen, right? If I do the sacada from here and I do the parada there, it has a turbulence on the moment, right? In this momento, her movement is coming by walking, yeah? So the previous week, we have a different way. Last week, we have very much in a walking position too, and less deep because we were focusing on the transitions on the end. And again, this based on which music we use, the pattern is going to change. This means if I take it from here, I could go down, but with that turbulence, we're going to fall because her body is doing this, and the moment she step, if she go down, her body going to go sideways, straight ahead to the floor. Guaranteed. We're not going to show that over here, but guaranteed she's going to go to the side of the floor. And in my case, you're gonna feel too much in charge. Entonces that movement is a very quick or rough kind of, maybe it's the wrong word, change of direction in both. I mean, in this case, more emphasis in her side, because she feels this and she has to bounce quickly and coming back. This one, the music we're using today, Biaggi, Uno, has different dynamic, and we can sustain longer, maybe not, because also has some rhythmical, a lot of rhythmical in between. Again, depend on the music and also depend on the mood. Today maybe we come with a bad mood, or maybe we come with a good mood. You know, who knows, right? And that makes your steps be different. Because I have it 1 and 2, 3, 4 and 5. Stopping. Run. Yeah, I can go here. Take the movement there. Play. Posing up and continue walking. Up, paradi, pam, paradam. Pam, paradi. Run. Pop, pop, pip, pop, paradam. Pop, paradam. Pop, paradam. Si yo tuviera un corazón de corazón, like that, no? The song. So there you go. You see, it has a specific way I can go into the music in my head and singing it, and try to interpret with her what I thinking, what I hearing, what I processing in my mind. Okay, that's the music triggered to us on the action.
Camino que los sueños prometieron a sus ansias.